Plaintiff Sharon Tacey says she only dated the defendant for 6 weeks. And during that time, he lied about everything, including the fact that he was divorced. Sharon is suing her ex for a loan, a computer part, and a cell phone. Defendant Edward Fife says he only dated Sharon for 4 weeks, and after the first week, she asked him to move in. Edward claims Sharon was unhappy because he didn't want the same type of relationship she wanted, and that's why she tried to buy his love.
Tell me what's going on.
Okay, Your Honor, I feel sorry for all the men that I date.
What you do to them? What do you do to all the men?
After having met Eddie, from this point forward, there will always be a background check done on any guy because, ladies, if you see that face on an online profile, just beware because you're going to see a load of lies. It's going to start with that he's single. And
how did you meet him?
I met him on an online dating
site. All right,
site.
What did he say?
I read his profile. It said that he was single, that he was looking for a committed relationship. And it was witty and charming and it seemed great, seemed perfect. But, as you'll find out, he's a smooth talker and he can sell ice to Eskimos. And, I believed him.
He didn't lie and say he was handsome, did he? Just kidding. Just having a little fun.
It's all right.
I feel sorry for all the men that I date.
What you do to them? What do you do to all the men?
After having met Eddie, from this point forward, there will always be a background check.
Plaintiff Sharon Tacey is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims Sharon tried to buy his love because he didn't want the same type of relationship she wanted. But Sharon has proof that he confessed his love for her.
You all began dating? How long after meeting?
He showed up at my work after we had our initial phone conversation. And
with a call, obviously, saying I'm coming to see you.
No, he just showed
up.
Mm-hmm,
that wasn't a sign? This might not be the one?
No, because I'm
popping up at your job.
Well, at the time, I had just met him and I was interested in him and I thought that it was kind of sweet.
Did you get fired?
No.
Oh, okay. What happened with the relationship?
It continued on. We talked. We saw each other a few times.
How long were you all together since you refer to him as your boyfriend?
We saw each other for probably about 6 weeks.
How did it end?
It just kind of stopped.
Why? You know why?
I know why.
Why?
Because I loaned him money on 3 different occasions.
Okay, so it stopped because of the loan you're suing about?
The more I became persistent about asking for the money back from him.
That's why it ended.
She only loaned me money on one occasion.
Do you want to give me some background before we get into the specifics of the loan?
We're here?
That's why I'm asking.
She tried to buy my love and affection with money and gifts. And now she's all upset because it didn't go the way she wanted to.
So you wouldn't have dated her had she not given you money?
Oh, no, not at all.
You would have?
Yeah, I would have. I mean, she's a nice...
So hold on, sir.
Okay.
If you would have dated her without money, that means she didn't have to buy your love. That means your love was free.
Correct.
So you wouldn't accept her money. You would say, here, I don't want your money. You're trying to buy my love. My love is free. Go ahead, though.
She was a nice person, but I wasn't attracted to her like that.
So why did you date her? Or you didn't date her?
After a week of us dating, she asked me to
did date her?
She asked me to move in with her.
Did you date her for 6 weeks?
No, it was not 6 weeks.
How long did you date her?
4 weeks.
Oh, right. So the first week is when she told you to move in and you thought that was weird, right?
Yeah.
Yet you continued to date her for 3 weeks. Why did you date somebody for 3 more weeks after seeing that they were weird the first week? Well, you usually date weird women?
I guess so.
I guess so too, because that's what you did.
I mean,
based on your own admission. Let's get to the money you're suing about, ma'am.
As far
we
as
can get over this and send him to a weird woman, because you're not weird, are you?
No.
Okay, I got some weird women I'm gonna send to you. Go ahead.
As far as me trying
that's what you like.
buy his love and me thinking, him not being attracted to me, Your Honor, I have transcription of text messages. One states, I am so falling in love with you. Every time I look at you or kiss you, I'm just amazed by you. You're such a sweet woman. And then he says, I'm sorry, did I scare you by telling you that?
So he admits
And-
he's weird. He said, I'm sorry if I scare you. And
Yeah.
that's what weird people do. They
Right.
scare you.
And then he says, now I
Go
feel
ahead.
awkward. And every morning I would wake up to really nice, sweet texts. And so I genuinely believed that this relationship was heading in a strong direction.
Mm-hmm.
And initially, the $300 that I gave him.
You have to give me some details on that. When did you loan
Okay.
him money? How much? And what was the result?
Okay. Initially, I loaned him the money in June.
June of.
This year,
All right.
2011.
She gave it to me.
I
All right, I'll let
loaned
you
it
give
to
your
him.
side.
And he had told me at that time that he had $1,200 child support to pay. And while he was in the shower, his thieving roommate came and stole his security box that had his $3,000 cash in it and all his important papers and papers about his daughters and things like that. And so he gives me this hard luck story. After a while, I'm like, it's your children. You know, I can help you out with 300 of it. I said, but you have to pay me back.
At least he's an honorable father if you believe that lie.
Yeah, I don't believe. I have since found out that he does not have a $1,200 child support order.
Okay.
So I've also since found out that he's still married when he had represented to me that he was divorced.
I never said I was divorced.
Okay.
Never.
Good enough. I want to hear about the computer part and
Okay.
the cell phone.
All right, he had broken his laptop at work, and he brought it to my office one day, and we were sitting there. And
When was that?
He was working on it.
When?
It was June the.
Okay, in June.
In
So
June,
you
yeah.
all were
I believe
working
it
on
was
it
the
and you
20th.
needed a part?
Yes, and he needed a screen for it.
And you
And so,
allegedly loaned him the money for
Yes,
the part?
I
How
told him
much?
that day the total was $73.71.
What about the cost of a cell phone?
He had told me that while he was down at the local gas station, he had gone in for just a moment, and his phone had been stolen.
We had a lot of bad luck in June.
Yeah.
Yeah, June was a bad month for
Bad
him,
month
wasn't it?
for him.
All right.
His phone was
Sure
stolen
was.
out of his vehicle, and I tried actually to help him to just put him on my plan that I have, and I was not able to do that. And so he left and then came back and was like, all right, if you will help me, we'll go get the phone.
Okay.
And
Ma'am,
so I told
how much
him,
is it?
that the cell phone
Yeah.
total was $331.
It's hard to
and
believe that
69
this
cents.
man, if he's going to be a playboy, he should be playing for some real money.
And I
The short money playboys, they call them scrubs and leeches. They're not players. And hopefully that's not the case. Let me hear from you, sir.
Well, with all the loans, I never once asked for it, ever. Now, she has this thing with bald-headed, tattooed men that she's infatuated about. And I think that by her...
How do you know?
Oh,
Your
I
Honor,
know.
he would have no testament to that, other than just me saying that I was attracted to him at the time. I did
All
like
right.
his tattoos.
Did you rub his head under certain circumstances?
Sure did.
No, sir.
All right,
Sure did.
good enough.
No, he absolutely screwed up my head.
All right.
Sure did.
At least he's an honorable father if you believe that lie.
Yeah, I don't believe. I have since found out that he does not have a $1,200 child support order.
Okay.
So I've also since found out that he's still married when he had represented to me that he was divorced.
Plaintiff Sharon Tacey is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims Sharon tried to buy his love because he didn't want the same type of relationship she wanted. But Sharon has proof that he confessed his love for her.
Let me hear from you, sir. You tell me about the loan that she alleges and the computer part and the cell phone.
Now, she only loaned me money on one occasion. She loaned me the $300.
Okay.
And I did tell her I would pay that back.
Okay.
But the computer screen, she did it on her own debit card, had it shipped to her work. And then the phone, she was upset because she couldn't get a hold of me.
Okay.
That's
Crazy. So she said, let's go buy, quote unquote, let's go buy you a phone. I said, okay. So we went and got a phone. She would call me, and when I saw her, she'd be like, why aren't you kissing me? Why won't you sleep with me?
That is a lie.
And so you say the 300 was a loan. Have you repaid that? If not, why?
No, I did not repay that.
Any reason?
No reason.
All right,
Just
good enough.
Didn't Just didn't pay her.
And ma'am, at least he's an honorable enough man to say he agreed to $300. Why should I believe that he's telling a lie about the other half?
Because, Your Honor, again, and I have transcribed text statements, and if you would like to see them, I have one for you, where I say specifically to him, you owe me over $703. His response to me was, I'll try my hardest, I swear.
Okay.
And this is repeatedly, you know.
Right. Sir, what do you say to this? You were telling her, what were you referring to when you were saying that you'll give her money?
No, I didn't say I'll give her money. I said I will try my hardest. That's not...
Try your hardest to do what?
To help her out. To give her $300.
To help me out.
To pay her back,
To help me out.
Judgment for the plaintiff. Because something's going wrong up there. You don't have a good understanding. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I can't believe that you actually thought that those things were gifts. You knew that it was a loan. You knew that you owed me the money back. You knew the kind of situation I was in with my daughter. Just because you don't have anything to do with yours, and it's okay for you to run away, you know, with your child screaming for you in the parking lot, doesn't mean that you get to walk away from what you owe me.
Well, that's wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just crazy. You're love struck just because someone has a bald head and tattoos. Get over yourself.
I am so not love struck over
yourself. Can't tell.
Ladies, it's a warning. Stay away from him.